Hey everybody, it's Tarina. I'm going to do a fun project today. I have this beautiful chalkboard that I've had for a little while now, and I was just waiting for a pretty transfer. And I've got two. I thought this was really pretty, make yourself at home. But then this Groovy Home, it's called Groovy Home, came out, and I'm like, oh, I really like that one a lot. And so I'm like, there's so many flowers. I just thought it'd be pretty. And anyway, I'm gonna make this on this chalkboard. Um, the first thing I did is I grabbed like a palette of colors that I like. These just kind of speak to me, and so the camel is like the main, like the letters, and then the others are like the flowers and um, the leaves. So I just, this is kind of like makes me happy. And so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab out some tools, um, mostly multi-tools and detail tools, maybe some mini squeegees, that type of stuff. By the way, if you're watching this, you're probably on replay already. So just put hashtag replay. The other thing I'm going to grab out is a fuzz cloth because it's brand new, so we're going to need to fuzz it. All right. I did kind of go through my chalk paste. And if they needed some water, I put some water in them. Still a little thick. Trying to get through this cold. It's just a cold. Landed in my lungs, but not terrible. Could have been worse. Open this up. This is a very straightforward chalkboard. Um, I'm not going to be doing, other than multiple colors, I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just going to put the transfer down and do the chalk paste. Reminds me of the very beginning of chalk, just doing a chalkboard, doing some colors. Okay. So when we first use transfer, um, you want to fuzz it because you don't want it to stick, like, you want it to stick to your surface, but you don't want it to be super sticky. Also, if you want any of the supplies for this project, just put home in the comments. I can tell you where I got the chalkboard. It is a found surface, but I believe you can still get them. Okay. So I might want to go like inside out. I'm gonna do the shimmer couture teal, and then let's see, I'm gonna do Sunset Drive right here, and then these right here, the actual letters are gonna be camel. I think I said that already, and so I did have to add a little water. Hopefully, I have enough. And I'm gonna. Oh shoot! I put some water in it. And now it dripped a little bit. Don't want that to happen. All right, let's start inside out. Let's start with the Sunset Drive. And this is going to be a paste and pull kind of thing because you don't want your paste to dry in your screen. The multi-tool and the detail tool are like our paintbrush. And that's how I use it. It's just a tool we use. like a painter's paintbrush. And it makes me happy. It does make me happy. Let's see. It's kind of thick. I might have to add some more water to it. Come on. It will transfer. I have to add a little more water to it. You never, if you find that your transfer is pulling up your paste, it's because it's dried into the screen. It's pretty. Okay. Isn't this beautiful? It's like shimmery. Let me use a mini squeegee on this guy because these are kind of big. I love shimmers. They're just always so creamy. And if you're here, make sure you say hello. Always like to see who is joining. I thought I turned my phone off. Pull that up for so far. Look how pretty that is. That is really beautiful. This transfer, I believe, is available on our website. It's relatively new. I know we just had another little launch. This came out in December, I believe. It's hard to believe that half of January is already over. More than half. Like we're close to February. We're closer to February than we are the beginning of January now. That's just crazy to me. I went over on that. Try not to overlap into the screens that I don't want covered. Trying. It's hard, the reflection on because I'm coming at it from the side. A little bit of a reflection. But I'm trying hard. And here's another thing. If you wanted to just do this, just white, or if you had a white surface and you wanted to do it just black, it would be fabulous because there's so much detail. But, I don't do anything little, right? Okay. Oh, that's pretty. So I think what I'm going to do is do this camel. Let me get some water in here. Use some distilled water when you're doing this. just because you don't want any like minerals that come from like your tap water in your chalk paste. And you want the thickness about yogurt. It doesn't take a lot. That's pretty quick. Okay, need just a tiny bit more. If you get it too thin, just leave the lid off and it'll evaporate. But you don't want to leave the lid off if it's the right consistency because you want it to stay. Okay, so let's do the letters. Let's do the big letters in this camel. I'm sorry if my head's in the way. Again, really trying to not overlap. I might need to, that's a pretty color. I might need to use a detail tool because it's getting into some of these little nooks and crannies. Good thing I have a lot of tools. That's just so tedious. Just going to be really careful. Maybe just in those little teeny tiny areas. Again, I'm sorry if my head pops in. Trying to really just see where I'm at. That's a really pretty color. I like that color. And that paste and peel is pretty important because you don't want the paste to dry in your screen. And we're really close to Valentine's Day. Have you decorated for Valentine's yet? Do you decorate for Valentine's Day? Do you do anything for Valentine's Day? We really don't do. I mean, we go out or have dinner at home. When the kids were little, we used to not go on Valentine's Day. It was just too difficult um, to get a reservation to go to dinner and find babysitters and stuff. And so it was just not worth going on Valentine's Day. So my husband and I would go out other days around Valentine's Day. shoot, I overlapped that flower. Pretty good. Oh, I missed that spot. Right there. Right there. Okay. That's pretty good. All right. So let me grab. I really like this shimmer couture teal. It's such a pretty color. Pretty. Okay. We got a couple more tools. So let's see. Let's do Sunset Drive. And this guy right here. And I just picked up a pretty green that I had. You can pick whatever color of green you want. If you can pick blue. It's up to you for your leaves and stuff. I also picked wisteria. Thought that was such a pretty color. And it went well with my palette. And again, if you wanted to do this all one color, it would be beautiful. I, however, don't want to do that. So I also got a regular couture teal. I missed a little spot right there. It's just a little bit different than the shimmer. All right. So let me grab a jade. Let's do some of our leaves. try to do as many as I can before I have to do a pull. So I'm working kind of quickly. That's perfect. So I think I also want to do that, like the leaves that are like right here, but I'll do that after we're done. Like I'll fill those in almost like watercolor. Got the little hairs. And just make sure you're covering the entire screen. Look at that so far, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? I'm sorry, I've got the sniffles still. I do want to just want to cover this kind of went over with that. Oh, that fixed it. Perfect. Okay. I'll lay that down. Okay. So let's do the flowers up here fast. Let's do Sunset Drive. Again, if you don't like these colors, you don't have to use these colors. You can use whatever colors you want. There's so many beautiful colors that chalk has, but these are definitely chalk, not ink. And this will be permanent until I take it off. So when you want to change it out, you can change it out. I'm sorry. Allergy medicines aren't working. Cold medicines aren't working. And again, the reason we do the paste and pull is so that the paste does not dry in our screen. Probably could have even had another color added to this. Okay. Let's do down here. Just finish up this side. And if your chalk paste is too thick, you can always add a little extra water. Mm, pretty. And this green is called jade. I know there's sage, there's several different colors of green pesto. My suggestion is use what you got. Trying to incorporate all the colors. All right. Let's do the greenery up here real quick. I kind of got the color inspiration from my computer cover. My computer cover and my iPad cover match, and they're just all different wildflowers, just fun, bright colors. All right, green. Let's do some of that camel color now. Again, I'm using a multi-tool and a detail tool for most of this. Trying not to overlap where my other colors go. Okay. Oops. Get into some of the details. I'm concentrating so much. And again, if you want any of the information on the supplies for this, just put home in the comments and I'll get that to you. I would suggest, I mean, I could tell you which colors I use, like I said, but my suggestion is always to use what you have, use a palette that is pleasing to you. This just happens to match my palette. Let's do this over here. It's pretty. I'm starting to get the afternoon sun. Sorry about that. Whatever reason, it's just not going through like I thought it should. Seems a little thick. I might have to go over that again. You can always wash your transfer and lay it back over. Just get in the little details with the detail tool. Okay. What colors would you use? Do you like the colors that I used, or would you use something different? Yeah, I'm getting that afternoon sun right on this project. I might have to shut my door. Give me 1 second. Gotta shut the door. There we go. That is such a harsh light. I mean, it's beautiful light. Don't get me wrong. I love the light I get in my house in the afternoon, but man, it's bright. I don't know why, but it gives me like a almost like a. I know it says it's groovy home, but to me, it kind of gives it a German feel. I don't know. Anybody else get that? Almost like that Bavarian decor, old world feel. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but it just that's what it says to me. All right, let's let's do these areas. And I'm using that shimmer couture teal. That's it for the shimmer. Okay, we're almost done here, guys. Let me do the green. Just get those out. Again, if your paste tends to be too thick, just add a little bit of distilled water and just mix it up. It'll be good as new. It's quite dry here the last couple of weeks. So my paste tends to dry out a little faster. Okay, there. Let's see. So let me do Sunset Drive on this right here. So before I close my pastes up, I'm going to actually spritz them with a little bit of water, and that way the next time, because they have been sitting out open for almost an hour, so the next time I go to use them, they'll be nice and fresh. If you get in the habit of doing that, just like even just one spritz, then your paste should be really good when you open it up again. Let's do the wisteria. Do this guy too. And if you're watching, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure that you are here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do lives. And then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I post a project video. Okay. And then one last one right here, just with a regular couture coral. Sorry, not coral, teal. Okay, there we go. Now for the major reveal, the full reveal. That's pretty. Wow, that is really pretty. Got another little shining light. Let me shut my other door. I have barn doors in my studio, and I have cathedral ceilings in my living room, and so I get the beautiful afternoon light in my living room, and it shines right into my studio, which I'm not complaining at all, but it just does not make for good TV. All right, I'll wash that up in just a few minutes. What do you guys think? You can always come back and add more flowers if you wanted to. Like if you don't think that's enough flowers, which I don't think there's ever enough flowers, but I'm not sure that I'm going to add extras to this. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to leave this in the frame in this chalkboard. Not that I don't love it, because I absolutely do, but I love the frame too. So I might want to use it again. All right, so I'm just spraying one little spray in the chalk color, and then I will close that up, and for next time it'll be nice and ready to go. Remember, you're using, and if it's extra thick, like that's a little extra thick, I'm going to do like a squirt and a half. Use distilled water. I'm going to do 2 in that one. That's kind of thick. And then I might come back in a couple days and just spray one on that. And I know the colors I use, so I might just mix them up and see if they need a little more. Most of these are pretty good, so I only need like one little squirt. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I'll take a picture. Now this one doesn't need it. This is that shimmer. It's really nice. I don't need to add any water to that. All right. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I love it. I'll take a picture. I'll set it up and take a picture, and I will post the finished product. I love it. All right. Thanks so much, you guys, for being here. This has been Tarina with Create with Tree. That's me. See you next time. Bye, everybody.